Yeah,
Because I can't
it
see anything.
should be up any second now.
Is it?
I'm just waiting for it to be reflected on YouTube. Yeah, cool. Go for it. All you.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United vs Liverpool match reaction, in which we got smacked. Yes, got smacked. I'm hiding my face from shame. Yep, I'm quite sad. I'm quite sad. Very depressed. Dad's had a big mouth. And that's not a good day for us United fans. But yeah, before we get into it, smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Gentlemen, how are you guys while I remove this ridiculous stuff?
Yeah, embarrassing. That's the best way to put it. That was embarrassing. We got by Liverpool. We got embarrassed, so that makes it worse. And we got exposed by Liverpool. Our frailties got exposed today. Defensively, our midfield, they just got exposed today, and it was horrible. And I'll start with our transition, which was the least of our problems, which says a lot, because the only good thing today, and it's a small thing, was how sharp we were and how well we pressed in the first 10 minutes. And then after that, there was nothing. And
10 minutes miss.
we were doing this thing. we were very reliant on the counter, which I'd hope would not happen. But we just gave all the ball to Liverpool, all of it, which is a problem because Liverpool know how to move the ball. Liverpool know how to create spaces. And if you just let them have it, they're going to keep coming. So as much as we looked dangerous in the first few spells, we just gave too much of the ball to Liverpool. And on top of that, when we were dangerous, we just weren't getting behind Liverpool's defense enough. Because I kept saying, after Bruno scored, more. I was literally screaming at the TV because I looked like a crazy old man. Because I knew that if we don't take these chances or this moment, Liverpool are going to come back and equalize. I wasn't even thinking they were going to go ahead. They went ahead. And it was down to really, really bad defending. We have this bad tendency of ball watching, and that was evident in the first goal. Firstly, everybody's marking A. Shaw, Pogba, all of them. Wan-Bissaka, they're all marking A. The ball goes out, and it's about to get crossed back in. They're all looking at the ball. You must look at your man as well. I understand it's natural to look at the ball, but unless it's some cracker from far out, the ball's not gonna put itself into the fucking net. Someone's gonna have to put it in the net, and we always do this, and we paid for it today. And in all the goals, the second goal, Pogba, he's double Firmino's size. How does Firmino get away from him? Why? Because Pogba was marking A. He's not worried about Firmino, the person who he's supposed to be marking, the individual who's going to score the goal. He's not interested. And Firmino scores. The third one, by Yazo. Marking A. The defense today was shit. It was horrible. And not just that, in the second half, Liverpool's pressing. We couldn't touch them. McFred were dizzy. We could not touch them. Our back six could not get the ball to the front players because Liverpool's pressing wasn't allowing us to do that. And we just couldn't play through it. And that is a big indicator of our issues. The back six, yes, Shaw is. Wan-Bissaka, I think we can say that, but they can't carry them. It was a big indicator that they're just not good enough because they just couldn't keep up as soon as Liverpool became confident. It was clear which team is better. So, yeah, it was very disappointing tonight, and I'm lost for words.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the player ratings because they're going to be so sad. But yeah, we'll do the player ratings. But yeah, Clay,
Yep.
how do you feel after that game?
All I have to add on to that is now we understand why Ali plays cloud football, because he's clearly way out of his depth if he plays regular football trying to go toe-to-toe. He tried to go toe-to-toe for 10 minutes, got a goal, and then that was it. And then Liverpool dominated the rest of the game. So, yeah, that's on our manager. That was a poor showing. There was very little positive. And yeah, I'm just really upset that this is what it's come down to. It was an exciting game, but not as a United fan, and it's very upsetting.
What I'm most disappointed in, and I'm just disappointed, I'm not even surprised, is that for me this is nothing new. I've always said we ride our luck way too much. We ride our luck the whole season. So what I seen today was nothing. You know, I know we missed Maguire today. Does Maguire really stop us conceding 4? Probably not. Probably not. But he's a miss. He's a miss. But we've seen Maguire and Lindelof concede from corners, from set pieces, marking thin air as well. We've seen they have no pace. Liverpool's obviously got a pacey, front line, so there's problems there. Dino now is going to be thrown under the bus heavily. Fans are fuming at Dean Henderson's performance today. Can't really blame them. Ollie playing McFred constantly. I think Stevie Wonder could see that any other midfield pairing is better than McFred, and that's saying something. I think, Cavani today missed a sitter, not really his fault. Rashford got a goal, and he's still not at his 100%. So, it's always at this point of the season, towards the end, the business end of the season, we get let down big time. There's 2 back-to-back losses. Some would blame the fixture schedule. Fair enough, we did play our youngsters in the last game. But could you imagine being a player now for Manchester United? You have a big Europa League final coming up, and you lose 2 back-to-back games, Ollie hasn't rotated his squad the whole season, really. And now these players, that's basically going to be the last game, the final. And I question whether or not how fit they'll be at that time. I question not whether we can win that game, because in the bigger picture, this game means nothing to us. It does mean nothing to us. It means something to us fans, the rivalry. But in terms of the league table, in terms of Champions League, it doesn't mean anything. What it does mean, though, is that Liverpool have a good chance to get Champions League football now. Liverpool are in the race to sign Jadon Sancho. And if Liverpool get Champions League football, they have a good shot of getting Jadon Sancho, which is a big problem. I still think we need other players, but we cannot let Liverpool get Jadon Sancho. That is another thing. We cannot let Jadon Sancho go to Liverpool, because I will cry. I will cry if he goes to Liverpool, because there's a quality football in there. I think got 2 goals and assists today in the final for the German Cup or something. So, mad baller. So I'm upset at all of this. It's almost at every time at the end of the season, we choke in a fat cock at everything.
Look, me,
Yeah,
yes.
it's painful most sometimes.
Oh yeah, well, let's like.
No.
It's fine. Yeah, okay. What are you gonna say anything? I'm gonna look to the next one.
But a
Not
lot of
really.
it also goes to the players, especially the defensive players. But with Ole, and just at least way too stretched. It was, and we scored first. We shut it down. We moved the ball slower. We controlled the pace. None of this happens, in my opinion. That's why Man City are so good at keeping clean sheets. Not because, yes, they've got good defenders, but they know how to control games. And you can't be giving a team that's so talented so much of the ball. It's idiotic. That's what it is. So that's where he really disappointed me.
Yeah, that's a big thing, I think, for today. And that's why Ali normally plays scout football. I think it's simple as that. He knows he can't go to the start. He tried a little bit. It was a half-hearted attempt at best. And I feel like, no offense, that was Ollie's best today. I feel like this was him trying to actually go, let's take a risk, let's make something happen. Let's see if we can beat Liverpool at their own game. And it worked for 10 minutes. And past that, we just got schooled.
Another thing, actually, I was thinking about it also now. That low-key annoys me. I can't prove it yet, obviously. But I'm just thinking, next season comes, let's just say hypothetically, Sancho comes in this team, Rice comes in this team, Varane comes in this team. Who's to say Ollie still won't pick McFred next season, Victor Lindelof, Maguire, Dan James, in games like this, It's sickening. It is sickening. I mean, I don't know how dumb you gotta be to not see that any other midfield pivot that you play is better than McFred. I have no clue how other way to put it, because they are trash. They don't do anything. Scott McTominay, I'm not going to hear it about Scott McTominay anymore, because he's the most fucking scared footballer I've ever seen in my life. Never wants the ball. When he gets the ball, he's shit. Gives away the ball. I'm fuming. Fred, he starts off well, then just falls off a cliff. He falls off a cliff and he's shit. So I have no idea. I have no idea how dumb you got to be to not see all of this. And I just wonder what goes on in that brain sometimes.
If we get those players, either one or two things will happen. Either you overplay the Varanes and the Declan Rice of this world like he does to McFred, or you have to play them, because nowadays it's about having a big. It's about using your whole squad if you're really going to challenge. So what we need is, to really look at the squad and say, who deserves to be a Manchester United player and clear out the deadwood. But we won't do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think that pretty much sums up the game. Liverpool, that's what happens when your luck runs out and you play a proper footballing team. This is what is supposed to happen. And I would think that towards the end of the season, it's kind of caught up with us because we have shithoused our way through a lot of the games this season. I think we're very fortunate to be where we are in terms of the season as well. I think we all United fans could know that it's hard to say we don't deserve to be second, but it's basically we shithoused our way to be second. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty. We move on with it, we take it the season. But I'm very worried about next season. Obviously, like I said, I don't even want to think about that Europa League final because God help us playing like that in the final. Mick Fred in the because Mick Fred is going to play in the final. Who's to say they won't have that type of game? If Maguire is back, he's back. If he's not, we have that. And who's going to say that's not going to happen? Who's to say Oli won't do what Oli does, and all of a sudden Dino is playing in the Europa League final and not De Gea, even though De Gea is playing Europa League games, all the Europa League games, because he's done it. He's done it before. He's done all of this before. And when it comes to the games that matters the most for you, Manchester United, we choke it. We choke it. So today could have been a very good day for United fans. We could have put Liverpool on Thursday nights. We could have been telling them Uzbekistan is coming. They're going to be booking up Thursday nights. But no, instead I'm here worrying about my whole life. And just one United game I can just watch, relax. Just have peace of mind. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Shall we move on to the player rating, children?
Okay.
Okay, I don't see the player rating.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Starting off with I had to cover my nose because you know what we did today? We fucking stunk up the place. That's what we did today. So starting off with Dean Henderson. Yeah, you can keep that 0 there. You can keep it. It's okay. Keep that 0 there for me. It's a 0. The goals they conceded today were ridiculously bad. And just had a stinker. 0. I'm a big fan for Dino. I do think he's got a spot at Manchester United. I do like certain things about Dino. Obviously, I've said it. I'm a big fan of Dean Henderson. But yeah, today it was not. None of it was there. 0. Marcus also said I must give him a special message on the show. He said that I must give Dean Henderson a man of the match for Liverpool. So it is what it is. But yeah, Dino gets a 0. I'm put it back on my mask because fucking stunk up the place. Yeah.
I think he was the worst of the bunch, to be honest. But yeah, no, he wasn't great. The third goal, I do kind of sympathize with him because, I feel like the defense was more at fault, and that shot came in with so much power. It would have been incredible for him to catch it. But I guess Firmino's one, the header, it was the second goal. The Pogba one, the Pogba wasn't marking. Maybe you could have done better. I can see De Gea saving that. So yeah, I'll match the 0.
Okay, easy. Admittedly, I do think there were a few moments where Dino actually shows class, but I think there were even more moments where he just stunk up the play. So it's hard to give him anything positive rating. I want to be a bit more fair, and I just want to go on the 3.
Says it all. My mouth says it all. Freaking stinking. I can still smell the stink from here, Luke Shaw today, tough one also because he tried to bring out the defense. Yeah, it didn't go well. Backfired very badly. We conceded from that. But then again, do you want him passed to McFred also again? I understand Luke Shaw if you don't want to pass to McFred because they are also atrocious. But yeah, I can't defend Luke Shaw today. I think usually our fullbacks have Liverpool wingers in their pockets, but today it didn't really feel like that, except for Wan-Bissaka. I'll get to Wan-Bissaka. But Luke Shaw, I thought defensively wasn't really there at his best. Offensively, non-existent really. Give him a 1. Also stinked up the place, dude. Yeah.
And if you're gonna do that with the ball, you better get away with it. If you don't, it's your fault. So 0.
Okay, these are nice and easy player ratings today. But yeah, I don't think Shaw was good today at all. I think towards the second half, where we actually had our good bout going forward, I thought he actually looked promising again. But the rest of the game, he was just dead. I saw nothing of him. I saw him just make more mistakes than anything else. So again, I'm going to be a bit generous compared to you guys. I'm going to go with 3.
Nice. I like it. Consistency. Moving on to Eric Bailly. Yo, hold that 0 also,
Okay.
because I thought he stunk up the place as well. Did nothing right, really. The recovery pace, do you think it will help us today? Nope, did not help us one bit. Did we miss Harry Maguire? Like I said, yes. But do I think Harry Maguire single-handedly what happened today to us? No, because I do believe, like I said, Harry Maguire has been at fault for lots of games this season, conceding goals similar to like the ones we conceded today. So I'm not going to say Harry Maguire, because he obviously didn't play. He was a big miss, obviously. But yeah, Eric Bailly, 0. I don't know what's going on with Bailly. Like I said, he obviously came back from COVID. I don't know what it is with Eric Bailly. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't look like the same player anymore. So yeah, 0.
Yeah, no. There was one of the goals where he was ball watching as well, marking A. Don't know if he thought, forgot what player it was. It might have been Jota. Don't know if he thought Jota, being in the center of the box wasn't a threat. You could just leave him. So 0.
Okay, nice and easy. But in all honesty, I think I may have been our worst player today. I was with McFred in the team. I didn't see anything good from him today at all. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep it to 0 with you guys.
Nice hat trick of 0s you like to see.
Yeah.
First 10 minutes, it looked like, Bayern be positive today on the ball. As soon as Liverpool scored, Bayern just turned into something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually so impressed. I actually feel bad for people who need to watch this video, because obviously this is not the video we want to be doing. It's so fucking bad for us, This actually matters, It's like I don't want to be giving out 0s. I don't want to be slating the players. I don't want to be slating Ollie, but just fucking shit, So it's been coming. So yeah, 0 all around. Can't defend. Sorry, can't defend everybody today. It is what it is. Victor Lindelof. God, didn't even know he was playing, to be honest. Victor Lindelof plays like how Victor Lindelof does with Harry Maguire or Eric Bailly. That's the type of game he had today. And today, did he do anything to help our cause? No. Did he do anything to disrupt our cause? I would think, obviously we conceded 4 goals, but I'm trying to think, was there anything like Victor's fault today? Besides,
I wouldn't really say so
today.
today.
Marketing. I wouldn't say anything was really majorly Victor. It's just when we concede a goal at Manchester United recently, it's almost like there's not just one player. There's one main player to blame, but it's the whole bunch. It's the whole backline that just fucks up. So.
That's just a goal.
Dude.
What was going on, guys? Did you switch off? Okay, let's just stop defending and watch.
Dude, that goal was a violation. That goal was actually a violation. So Victor Lindelof, giving him pity. I'm gonna give him pity points. I'll give him a 2.
Yeah, I can't add anything to that. You described it perfectly. I'll also give him a 2.
Yeah, all I can say is he was miles better than Bailly. It still isn't good though. But yeah, that's all I have to add. I'm gonna stick with my 3 for today.
Look at that backline, guys. I'm looking at it now on the live stream. So, that backline rating is shocking. Jeez, my life. But anyways, we move on. Well, no, actually, the backline's not done because there's one more. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But I excluded from the backline today. Because I can't lie, I feel very bad for Wan-Bissaka. I thought he tried his best. I thought he was actually the bright spark in the defense. Miles better than anyone else in the backline. He got his assist. He looked extremely lively going forward today. Defensively, I think he wasn't really helped by the people in those positions. Rashford obviously never checks back on the right. Kieran comes on, but then the game is already it's gone. Was he at fault at any of the goals? Again, it's just he's part of the defense, but I don't think you could blame Aaron Wan-Bissaka solely. And you know what? I actually feel sorry for Wan-Bissaka. So, on another day he gets a 7 from me, but I'm gonna give him a 6. That assist going forward, can't blame him. I really feel bad for him. I thought he was by far our best defender today.
Did Milito like Miles?
I think so. So
no. Cool. Good time.
Maybe. It looks a bit laggy. But, we go on. His internet's a little bit bad.
Come on, Milito. Tell them how good Aaron was.
Maybe you have to go. maybe.
Okay.
I think I'm here.
Are you?
Yeah. Potentially.
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. No. I think it was Flamini's second goal. He was, I think, the tightest, and he tried to tackle, but I just feel like he
But that was
wasn't tight
Pogba.
enough to him.
I remember that was Pogba.
Pogba was there as well.
Pogba was
Like, I'm
up
confused with
Firmino's
the goals.
ass, and Pogba just fouled, basically trying to keep up with Firmino.
No, I promise he was involved. I watched it just now when I went to go do the thumbnail. But he was the closest in one of the goals, and he just didn't get tight enough. He tried to tackle,
It was.
but
It wasn't the second
just
goal. The
wasn't
second
enough.
goal was Pogba's fault. It was.
Yeah.
I know
know
which
that
one
one.
you're talking
It's
about.
the
The
third
one
goal.
where if he slid in, he would have got the ball, but he didn't slide in.
Yeah,
It was that one. Yeah,
yeah,
I know
it's
what you're
that one.
talking about. Yeah.
And I think he should have tried harder there.
The
And
third goal. It
remember
has to be
one,
the third goal then, I think. Yeah.
remember one good tackle I think the first half. But beside that, I don't think he did much either. I won't give him a 0, but I think I'll match Victor's too.
If I'm being honest, I genuinely think Aaron was probably one of our best players today. That's saying something. He wasn't great, but he was definitely the best in the defense by a mile. I would love to give him man of the match, but again, the defense mistake is just too much. But I do think it was just a solid performance from him, and I feel like the defense are down around him. So,
Oh crap.
yeah, another day this guy walks out with my man of the match if we don't concede 4.
That's what I think
yeah.
as well. I think another day I'll give Aaron Wan-Bissaka man of the match.
Yeah. So
Today's
I think I'll just agree to 6 for now. Leave it there.
I think as a collective, for me, this is the worst defensive performance probably this season.
Probably, yeah. Because this wasn't even like a loss of heads. This was shockingly bad. You know, Tottenham 6-1 lost heads. You know, Leipzig game. You know, other games lost heads. But this one there was no lost heads. It was just shit all around. You know, so. Oh, and then you got these two. I don't want to even. Both of them can fuck off to their mums, suck their mums 0, both of them, Scott and Fred. I never want to see them play again. You know how I feel about Ollie picking them. It's a disgrace. I said it in the last preview. How on earth Donny doesn't play against these guys, how Matic doesn't get to play against these guys, how Mata doesn't even get to play against these guys is shocking. They are completely past dead footballers, 0, both of them. And move on with life.
Yeah, no, Scott can't retain the ball to save his life. He can't distribute the ball to save his life. And Fred, yeah, he was energetic. He tried, but as all, he was losing the ball left, right, and center. And once again, I feel like Liverpool's press, they were the biggest victims. They just couldn't keep up. They honestly couldn't. There was points in the game. It was only that point after we not equalized, but after we scored in the second half, where it seemed like we're getting more on the ball. But beside that period, and beside the first 10 minutes, that midfield just couldn't touch Liverpool, and it was so annoying. So I'll give Fred a 2 and McTominay a 0.
One thing I have to say is when the midfield actually looked good, it's because Pogba was in there. And we'll get onto that now, but that was the only time the midfield looked good. Besides that, midfield was absolutely dreadful. And I would be a bit more lenient with Fred if he didn't just make that heinous mistake leading to one of the goals and just lost the ball countless times during the press. He gifted it. He 100% did. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to agree with the 0s. Scott's just dreadful. I didn't see him in the second half. When we were most productive, Scott was dead.
Does not want the football at him. He doesn't want it anywhere in his direction.
I'm not going to lie.
He doesn't want anything to deal with it.
I liked Scott in the first half.
Honestly, I've never seen someone more scared.
I liked Scott in the first half before Liverpool actually decided to press. Because I actually saw him trying to play this long ball, switch play. I thought it was a solid performance, you know. It wasn't great.
The first goal went in, broken. The whole team
100%.
broken,
No.
mentality gone. It is just then it just all went to shit, you know. So,
Yeah.
Scott McTominay, if it was up to me, I'd sell him to Charlton. Fred, I'd have him on the bench. But yeah,
so basic. They're just energetic. That's it.
Roy Keane said something. Roy Keane actually, I've seen a tweet from Roy Keane. Well, not a tweet, a quoted tweet from Roy Keane, saying that you will never challenge for titles with McFred. Well, he didn't say McFred. He said with Fred and Scott McTominay. And he said what they did today was schoolboy errors. Like, how can you make so many mistakes that cost you a team
Yeah,
like that. In
and the
high end football, you make the basic mistakes, and it's not just this game. It's week in, week out. Whenever they play, their best games. Think about it. The best games they play, we probably have given them on this channel like 5, 6 at their best. You know, Fred used to be very good, but ever since these two started playing consistently, it's almost like Scott has infected Fred to become shit. You know, and it's like Fred has these moments where 20 minutes he's very decent. I was saying if we could somehow win this game and keep it up, I would have probably given man of the match. He was going at that rate, and then he completely fell off. He at halftime took off his shirt, put on a Liverpool shirt, and was like, I'm here, I'm playing for Liverpool now. So you know,
I got you, Klopp.
it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, you look at any midfield that wins a title. The deep line playmakers or midfielders just know how to handle the ball. Kante, Rodri, Fernandinho, all these
Van de
people
Beek.
good on the ball. Van de Beek. Yes, maybe defensively nowadays you can question him, but then he's there, you know. And I felt like in the second half when we came out, we needed that, you know, because we're struggling with the press. Bring Van de Beek on. He'll never struggle with the press. He won't.
Yeah,
But no, not all.
Yep.
that's
That's
simple.
that line is gonna hold. That line's gonna. But moving on to the captain today. Captain Fantastic worked his ass off, played his heart out, left everything on the field. The goal itself, if the Liverpool, who is it? Phillips. If Phillips didn't touch it, that was a goal. So that was a goal, irrespective.
I wasn't
I
dizzy.
thought, I thought he tried everything. Honestly, I thought Bruno Fernandes, he tried doing what Bruno does. He tried carrying this dead team over the line. He wanted to push these guys forward. He wanted them to, show some more passion. But he's doing it alone. He's doing it alone up there. So I really feel sorry for Bruno. However, if there is a shining light, it's Bruno Fernandes, as always. When is it not? I think he broke a record today. He broke Frank Lampard's record for most goals scored in a season in all competitions from midfield. So shout out Bruno Fernandes. And funny fact is, before anyone says it's all penalties, Lampard scored more penalties that season than Bruno Fernandes. So hold that, hold that. Well done, Bruno. The shining light is always my man of the match. 7 out of 10.
Jeez, what a low man of the match. Again, 2 weeks in a row, low man of the match. Just says enough.
And it makes sense really that a midfielder who scores the many goals takes the penalties. Because like midfielders aren't really for that goal scorer, you know? So it'd be amazing if a midfielder scored 20 or 30 goals or something and they didn't really take penalties. They probably are out there, I'm not thinking of. But that would just be freaking fantastic. But yeah, no. I felt like this front four in general just didn't get the ball enough. It was 4. Okay, no. I did not say that. I was about to say there's 4 Rashfords, but then I'll be violating Bruno. But I'll be violating Bruno. But yeah, no, he gave it his all, as Bruno always does. They say he doesn't score in the big games. That was going to be a goal, and a very big
That was
game.
going to be a
Biggest
great
game of the
goal.
world. Yeah. So and plus, without him, there's no goal. So either way. So yeah, no, I think I can say I'm most impressed with him in a very dark performance, and I think I'll give him man of the match 7.
What a sad day for man of the match. It's even lower than match, just 7.5 from yesterday. Such a depressing thing.
I don't remember that. I don't even know who I gave man of the match. I think I gave Mason. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
even
pretty
want to
sure
think
it's
about
Messenger.
it. Yes.
But yeah, you guys have said it all. It's just Bruno, and I'm gonna boost it just because I have to. It's an 8 man of the match. Yes, I
I
have
love
to.
Bruno
I have
as
to
well,
so
but
much.
phew,
Yeah, Bruno was.
8.
I think I'm confident saying Bruno was the best player. I just felt he had limited chances on the ball. But when he was on the ball, I just felt like
They tried
everything
to
was
kill him.
happening.
They
Yeah,
did try to kill
they
him.
did try to kill him. Thiago had him by the studs all game long.
Kicked him, broken ankles, these are these. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I thought Bruno
like I
was dead.
said,
I was gonna cry.
I was also gonna cry. I was like, if Bruno got injured just before the Europa League final, I don't even want to watch the Europa League final. I don't want to watch the final without Bruno Fernandes in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you, Bruno. You tried. It is what it is when you come to Manchester United. This is what you're gonna have to deal with, brother. I said it. When Sporting put out the tweet, look after our boy. I said, We'll try. We're not going to, but we'll try. So
We'll try.
he's looking after us, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Paul Pogba, goodness gracious me. That the second goal totally his fault. Other than that, didn't notice Pogba until he really went into the midfield, which is not like Pogba. But then again, like I said today, Pogba and Bruno today, they didn't get enough of the ball. They did not get enough of the ball whatsoever. But other than that, Pogba completely to blame for the second goal. Should never ever lose a 1v1 against fucking Firmino. When Firmino scored, this was the first time he's ever scored against Manchester United being here. I was fuming. Because everyone knows how much I don't rate Firmino, So Pogba 4. I think Pogba 4.
Yeah, no. They didn't have a lot of the ball. Partly in the second half because, as I've said, our back six couldn't take it out. But in the first half, because we're trying to move it so quickly, we're relying everything on the counter, and we just don't want to slow down and let these maestros of the football have it and switch it around and do things with it. So offensively, he was very poor. Don't blame him completely there. I just don't think he had a lot of the ball. When he went to the midfield, in distribution, it was slightly better. Defensively, it was shambles there as well. And then he was at fault basically for 2 goals. So for me, it was a shit performance, and he deserves a 0.
Match. And the biggest Pogba hater on this, I'm going to give a higher rating than Wilson. I genuinely thought Pogba was just shit for the first half until he moved into that midfield pivot. Pogba was dead. He did nothing. But as soon as he went into that pivot, you could just see the class oozing out of him again. And that was fantastic. Admittedly, I wanted to see like Donny come on and just him and Donny just to boss the midfield and just take it. And Ollie just was coward with nothing.
If you ever want to win a game in Manchester United with this current squad, and you don't end the game having Donny, Pogba, and Bruno on the pitch,
you didn't do everything.
You did not do everything in your power.
100%.
To win that game. So.
Yeah, why didn't Donny come on?
Yeah, but genuinely, Pogba. I thought Pogba was genuinely brilliant. I think he would get a 7 for me just based on second half performances. But he just had a complete and utter shit show in the first half, and I'm going to agree with you 4 because of that.
I agree with that.
2 goals, gents. He was basically a faulter. I know he's not a defender, but come on, mate. Come on, not 2 goals. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
again, absolute shit show first half, second half, just Pogba, Yeah. That's what I have to say.
I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I was gonna say something. I'll say it with Ollie when I get to Ollie because it'll naturally come. So I'll save it.
Yeah, exactly.
This man, I'm gonna go last in this one. I'm gonna go last.
Defend.
But you can go, boy. You go, boy. You tell me, boy.
Look,
Open fucking goals. You tell me, boy. Open goals.
One. Okay, he did miss.
Can't see anything. You see
he did miss one chance, but then
This one was good. That goal.
Out of all of them, I think he was, once again, as we've seen in the past at this club, biggest victim of not getting the ball. I rated his work rate in the first half, and yeah, that's about it, really. But he never got the ball. What does the song say? Give it. If you don't give it to him, he's not gonna score the freaking goals. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3.
Yeah.
Beautiful 3. Mr. Sutter, that's immediately like.
I don't even. It's not even a sitter. It's a goal. He missed the goal. He actually missed the goal. That was 1-0. The scoreboard probably changed 1-0 already. From the split second, it's like 1-0 United, and he missed it. I don't know how he missed it, but he missed it.
Again, I go back to when Cavani just started scoring again. I don't understand him as a striker. I just don't. He misses the easy chances time and time and time again. But he'll just score this worldie that everyone will be like, okay, this man's a god now. But honestly, he didn't do much today. The only time I actually saw him at all was in the Rashi goal. That was it. I saw him play the 1-2 and then Rashi had a fantastic finish. So that's as much credit as I can give him for today. I didn't feel much else. So yeah, I think I may just lower it a little bit. I think I'll go for the 2. Not good enough. especially when he came off the scoring 4 goals is it now in 2 games?
I tell you,
Not good enough.
I tell you, when it comes to the games like this, where I know Cavani's not going to get anything, like I know Cavani's he's gonna be dead. Like I knew Cavani was going to be dead this game, because we never do it in the big games. You never do it when it matters. You give him the ball. Give him the ball. Let him try to score a goal. It's games like this where I wish Mason was up front, or I wish Martial was up front. Because when we play like Cities or the Chelseas or this, Martial's often our man of the match because in a game where he gets nothing, Martial does something. He does something. He will drop deep. He will get the ball. He will create the goal. He will do this. He will dribble. He'll take on. What I seen from United today, which I don't mind, but what I don't think it's a reliable plan to just base it on your whole season on. It's just it looked like we're trying too much to get it to Cavani. It's like just on the wing cross to nowhere. On the wing cross to nowhere.
It's 50. After that, I didn't see any of that, honestly.
And then he did get an assist, and because of the assist, I'll give him a 1. But this is why he's a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer. So he's gonna fall on the sword today. He didn't score a goal.
No.
I'm not gonna blame him.
I feel like,
but games like this, Greenwood, Martial, those are my number 9s out.
So since Greenwood isn't on the list, go for it, boy.
And the miss. Oh my god. That was a goal. That was a blatant goal. And you would think a world-class striker like Edison Cavani, the amount of goals he scores would put that away, but nope, he misses. So yeah, 1 from me.
Cavani, and I've said this before on the show. I think we can't fight that Mason's the better finisher. At least if you do, I think you have a problem. But like with these speed, Mason is much better. The thing about Cavani, if you keep creating the chance, he will score a lot. And that's not saying he's better than Mason. It was never about that for me. It's that he's a good striker, He is a world-class striker because you give him the chances, he will miss a few, but he will score a hell of a lot. So that's just down to that with Cavani.
And I always say, I wish Martial got as many chances. I wish Mason Greenwood got as many chances because who's to say they can't? Heck, Martial was our top goal scorer last season, And like I said, only recently Cavani surpassed Martial in the goals,
No.
So it's very sad. Very sad. I wish I had Anthony Martial back for this game because in a game like this, I would love to bring Anthony Martial. Martial is made for these type of games. He's tailor made for these type of games. No service. I'll do it all. Give me the ball. I'm gonna take on the defenders. Martial would have a field day with those centre backs. The Liverpool are out today. Martial would have a field day with those centre backs. He would have them on toast. But Martial's not yet. So it's kind of spoiled milk at the moment. So it is what it is. And then you get rash. And you see now you get rash. That's how I feel. Every time I have to do a rash rate, that's exactly how I feel. Because he got his goal today. He did get his goal today. And I've clocked with Rashford. He will be there for 1 minute. But for the 89 minutes, he's not there. He's there for 1 minute. We get your goal for the 1 minute he shows up to play. And then for 89 minutes, it's almost like we don't have Marcus Rashford, so. And Rashford's not fully fit, so I don't, like I said, I don't want to start blaming Rashford anymore as much as I do usually because I do know that he's not at his best when it comes to his fitness. So he got a goal, his legs are probably broken, his back's probably broken, he's probably got a shoulder problem, ankle problem. He never gives in. He's always got the right spirit. I would give him a 1 if it wasn't for the goal. But because he scored, I'll give him a 6.
Yeah, I appreciate the goal. And that's what it's about. Rashford is so frustrating.
I appreciate the goal.
Oh my gosh, this man is frustrating. There was one chance. I don't know who played the ball. Luke Shaw. He makes an unbelievable run. He's the man for pace. But because it's Rashford, he sees red. And it's only about the goal now.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's in the box. He's in the box. Yeah, and Cavani was there. I know. I was losing my mind when that happened as well. And that was after he scored. That was literally after he scored. He got a goal, feeling myself, fucking tap-in right there. That's the thing. All I wanted United is for us to score tap-ins. Tap-in is there. It's Cavani. It's not Martial. It's not Mason. It's Cavani. Give him a tap-in. He's going to score it. But no, Marcus Rashford, I'm gonna shoot from the fucking corner flag and hit the side netting. I'm gonna hit fresh air, dude. Oh, you waste my time. That's what I'm saying. 89 minutes, Rashford will waste your time. For 1 minute is good. But for 89, waste.
They keep on legit hugging the near post. Even if you did hit the target, you're not scoring, mate.
Dude, his IQ is ridiculously low. It's mad. It's mad.
It's so frustrating. I
Blame
love
the
the
work
guy.
is
but
IQ
like,
up. Still gonna feature it.
So I'm gonna give him a 5. I appreciate the goal, but the like things
You know
like
what? I
that,
actually agree with Malota. You know, I was too nice. I'm gonna drop mine to a 5. That's right. I'm not happy.
Okay.
I was too nice. I was peer pressured by the Rashford. I was peer pressured. Giving him a 5.
Yeah. I think it's that simple right now. Rashford's dead all game and he scores a fantastic goal. It's just one of those stock standard Rashford performances for us. So I am tempted to give the 6 just because it is an average Rashford performance, you know? Just because he gets the goal despite him doing basically nothing all game and being a selfish striker playing on the left. So yeah, I'll actually boost it to the 6. Just because it's what we've come to expect from him, you know?
selfish. Actually takes to a new level. Yeah. This is not being selfish anymore.
Put him on the
Mine is
right.
selfish.
You saw that cross. You saw that beautiful cross just the other week to Cavani, okay?
Yep.
The thing is, I've seen those crosses on the left as well. They come once in a millennium.
It's once in a blue moon. That is
They come
probably
once in a
once in a blue
millennium.
Honestly, I don't know what it is, but I can't name you one.
I
name
can't
you one
either,
cross
yeah.
from the left.
It's
Every
all
cross
from
I
the
think
right.
of is always from the right, you know.
Yeah.
So I can't name you one from the left. But
Look back, I remember one. I'm forgetting what game it is.
what it is you know what it is with Rashford, right? We said like what's gonna happen, you know, with Rashford's future in this team, you know. He gets goals, he gets assists, you know, the numbers are good. His
Yeah.
performances overall, I'm not gonna say they're not good, but they could be way like 10 times, at least 10
The
times
thing with
better,
Rashford
you know?
is you have to build a team around Rashford. It's the same with Cavani.
That's what I was
build a
going.
team
That's what I was
yeah.
going for now. So if you put Rashford on the left, clearly it's his favorite position. Clearly it's where Rashford is most comfortable. That's where he thrives. So you keep Rashford on the left. You have whoever your striker is, whether it's Martial, Mason, or Cavani. Then you have Jadon Sancho on the right wing. The next part to make this all work is you have to get rid of McFred and have one holding CDM. Because if we had a Declan Rice in this team and he was the holder, I got it on lockdown, no McFred anymore. That allows Pogba to be on the left central attacking midfield and allow him to be as free as he usually is on the left wing. So we don't need Pogba back. So there we go. Now we got Pogba and Rashford both at the best place. Pogba is even in the middle, which the majority of fans like him there.
Yeah.
And Bruno will do what Bruno does. And we'll have Pogba right next to him. So it's all better. So for Rashford to work, we actually need a CDM. Otherwise, you know, it's tough. There's too much. We lack too much creativity when Rashford's on the left wing. So, and that's the problem. Well, that's what I think the problem. But I think
It will also die as okay. Looked like he was about to speak. So
I think
he
was I think he was gonna say something. I paused. Like he was gonna say something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. But yeah, I'm. Oh my gosh! Every time. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of with you here. I think Rashford needs to be the focal point of the team. He can't be a team player with the type of player he is on the pitch, especially on the left. He is very selfish. He wants the goal. He's not looking for that assist. He's looking for that hat trick written in the stars. That's what he wants every single game. He is just looking for the goals, and he wants to put his team in front. Yeah, the only link-up player I ever see from Rashford is with Shaw down the left, and I think that's more forced than anything else because he gets outnumbered way too easily on that left flank, just because players know what to do. So Shaw overlapping is basically all the interplay I see from Rashford. Other than that, he's always got his eye on goal. So if we need to fix the creativity issue, and putting a DM is the perfect way to do it. It allows Pogba to be that creative and just focus down the left flank. It would work. It definitely would. It just means we need to actually pay more attention to Rashford. There's no doubt about his skill. I promise you now, he goes to like a Real or something. You know damn well Zidane is getting him 30 plus this season, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing right now.
Hell of
Is Matt still there? Okay.
Questionable. What's gonna happen with Rashford? Okay, he's gone now, but it's fine.
Okay. Yeah, overlay
He
is
left on purpose. He
dead.
left on purpose. We know why he left on purpose.
Yeah, so excuse the
because,
overlay while it's just coming back, I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to
But for
it.
now,
There we
there we
go.
go. I'm a wait span. I'm actually gonna wait span. As soon as he loads.
There we go.
As long as it's not dead. Well, so you hear, right? You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go.
Because I didn't want you to run away from the next one. I know you wanted to run away. I know you wanted to hide. But this next raid. Let me just go first. I just need to get things off my chest. Let me go first. Let me go first.
Vent.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I have said I want him out. I've been Ole out for a long time. I've been Ole out. I don't like his football. Don't like his play selection. I don't like his treatment of certain players. I don't like his tactics. I don't like his hair. I don't like anything about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Right? That's out of the way. Today's game epitomizes everything I don't like about Ole and everything about why I want Ole out of this club. Because a lot of the season, like I've said, we have ridden our luck time and time again. And when it matters, when it comes to the game, that matters the most. Games like the Liverpool, game like the Champions League against Leipzig, Istanbul, Europa League, it hasn't happened yet, but it could very well happen. I hope it doesn't. Touch wood, it doesn't happen. But when it comes to the games that matter, he can't do it. Can't do it. Ollie will go on a run, 14 games, win all those games, and then it's shit again. He will not use his squad the whole season, but come towards the end of the season where we need to use the other players, he chucks them in all of a sudden at the end of the season. Ollie plays the rest of the team, and they're rusty, they're shit, and he throws them away again next season and completely forgets about them. It's a manager who we talk about, who says we need to get him Sancho, Rice, and Varane. You know how crazy that is? For to back a manager to get Sancho 80 million, Declan 80 to 100 million. These are all 80 to 100 million. Varane is probably not 80 to 100, but that's because his contract's running out. But those are three Galactico signings. Klopp doesn't have a team at the back. He's got non-existent centre backs. Trent and Robo are shit defensively. Alisson is a nightmare.
Who was
back.
most
He's not
solid
probably
before
a
he
man
went to Liverpool? That's all I have to say.
I look at the team Jurgen had today, and they smacked us. They're a proper footballing team. They coach proper. At United, I find it very ironic that we want world-class players, but we never ask ourselves, why don't we have a world-class manager? Why don't we have, I don't rate him, but Tuchel, or Poch, or Pep, or Jurgen, or Bielsa, any of these proven or to be to take the next step manager. It's just because it's Oli, he's our manager, he's a legend. Let's see what he can do. He shit house the results. He goes over the line now and then. And then when it matters like this, I see everything. I see right through the bullshit of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This set piecing on corners. He doesn't get up his ass. He's already said, I'm not going to be that type of manager. He said, I'm not going to tell my coaches what to do. But you sitting there with your own two eyes. Every week, you seeing them zonal mark. You see McFred. And you don't say anything. You don't do anything about it. And it pisses the living life out of me. Treatment of Donny van de Beek today. You need to win a game. You cannot tell me Donny van de Beek is not better than McFred. You cannot tell me that Matic is not better than McFred. You cannot tell me that if you put Dino in the midfield, you wouldn't be better than McFred. With your two own eyes, see it. Please see it. You cannot see that Ahmad is better than Dan James. Just all these things. Obviously, today that didn't matter. But I'm just saying in general. How do you not see all these things? And that's why I want to speak about the final. Because I'm stressed. I am stressed for the final now. We may as well can shithouse it. But we've got this trend that when it matters, this team chokes. And Oli doesn't know what to do when things don't go to plan A. So in today's game, no Donny. The Matic stuff was a bit weird at that time. That time I understood if he did right halftime to compose stuff, and then bring out Donny. But there's no Donny. There was no Ahmad. He was always going to bring Mason Greenwood on, but it's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. So I'm going to give Oli an Oli classic, a 0. I think anyone else could have managed that game better.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Look, I'm not gonna go into what he did wrong too much because it's the same things he does wrong. You know what I think is the positives, and I'm not gonna go into that because I mean overall positives to defend him being the manager. I'm not gonna go into that because if I do that, then I'm bringing a positive light where there's no positives tonight. And it was the same things again, in terms of tactics, in terms of setting up the defense, to the substitutes. When he does the wrong things, he does the same things wrong, which is very annoying. And all I can say is, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does these things next season, he's going to lose his job. Doesn't matter if I'm Ole out, doesn't matter if you're Ole in, he's going to lose his job. So, yeah, that's all I can say. And today was just shocking. And I'm just deflated. I don't know what to say. I hope, I'll have my fingers crossed, I'll have everything crossed in the final.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's that. And I'm going to give him a 0.
That final, I swear, I
Nice.
don't think I could recover from it. I don't think I could recover. I honestly don't. I don't think I'm going to be able to recover. I don't know what I'll say. That's the only thing that I have left for us this season for me. That's it. That is it.
Yeah,
Like I
and
said,
we've got to win
Liverpool, if they
it.
get Champions League, if they do get Champions League, and they're serious about getting century, fam, we ain't winning that centuries. We're not winning that centuries, We probably won't get someone like Declan Rice. We probably won't get even a Varane. Who will we get then? It's. I don't know.
Exactly. Just messes everything up. Again, like Marot said, there's not many positives. But genuinely, the only thing that I thought he did right was moving Pogba. That's it. Past that, I did not see a positive. I did not see something that he could have an impact on the game, actually change the game for the better. Because the Matic sub was atrocious. Greenwood's sub was a bit questionable because again, Greenwood's just come off playing like 290s in a row with 2 days rest. I feel that's irresponsible. And if you buried the chance, sure, then you could play devil's advocate. But I didn't see Greenwood past that. Did you?
No,
Genuinely
could have
didn't
had
see
that
Greenwood
goal.
besides the goal. So I thought that was bad man management, in my opinion as well. And if you're willing to play a Greenwood and a Matic, why are you not willing to play a Van de Beek? That makes no sense at all. I don't know where he's coming from. And if you're chasing a game, if you want to actually win it, you don't bring on Matic in the 70th minute when you're trying to get a goal and try to balance this game out. Oh, it's terrible.
That's what I'm thinking. Because, even if you're chasing a game like that, I'm going to use the Martial example. Louis van Gaal gave Martial his debut against Liverpool to go on and make something happen. And he did it. It'll be a moment I'll remember for the rest of my life. Why can't Ollie do it for Ahmad? Because I'm thinking if Louis van Gaal was in charge, maybe not Jose Mourinho, but
Devil's advocate, Martial came in as a marquee signing, so it was the plan to start him as time went along.
the
It's not
crazy
the
thing
same
is
now, but
Diallo technically isn't far off of the
Diallo would
same
be in the
price
same
equation.
boat,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'd be probably the same boat. And if it's any other manager, they'd be like, you know what, it's not going well. We don't really have much to play for the season. We need to win something. We need someone who's going to create something. Ahmad, you young, show me what you're made of. Yes, 30 minutes against Liverpool. Let's see what you can do. Rashford is clearly dead. I know he's injured. I know his legs are breaking. Let me give him a rest also. But no, not Oli. Not Oli. Let me risk that.
Yeah.
Let me risk this player. Let me risk that player. And let's burn them. Let's completely finish them so that when it comes to that Europa League final, we are dead. We've got nothing left in the tank, So that's the point.
I mean, there's no good tactical analysis, especially today. Like, besides the defense, which was the worst, we're getting smacked in the midfield. We're dying in the midfield battle. What's going to make that better? Because that's what the problem is. I have good attackers, the ball's not getting to them. But Ole, it doesn't seem like that. He seems like he thinks, let me get Greenwood on and hope the ball gets to his feet and he shoots. That seems like the thinking with Ole. And that's just not good enough. It really isn't.
This is crazy, but I'm actually thinking that I wanted Matic to come on at halftime because I was thinking Fred at that point was still decent. I thought Fred was doing, like I said, I thought he started off extremely well. And I think having Scott next to Fred doesn't help Fred because Scott panics. Scott puts Fred under very bad situations, He panics. He doesn't want the ball. Doesn't know what to do with it. And then Fred ends up giving a shit pass somewhere, losing the ball willy-nilly. I think if you have Matic, that calmness, that collectiveness, Fred calms down. Fred, starts to think a little bit more. He's like, I got Matic. Matic is calm. Matic will control something. I just need to link. I basically need to get the ball from Matic to Bruno. That's it.
Yeah.
With Fred and Scott, they don't know what they're doing. It's just all panic. So they're just passing to each other, losing the ball left, right, and center, and it's panic. So Matic could have been a nice sub to control the midfield. Donny, if you wanted to go win the game, someone like Ahmad and Greenwood to also again win the game. But he never does it. He never does it unless it's Mason, Martial, or Rashford on the bench or Cavani. He never does it. He never makes a positive sub ever. He has to be like 6-0 up to make a positive sub. So, and I don't think it's gonna change. I don't. He can prove me wrong, and I want him to prove me wrong, but I don't think it's gonna change. He hasn't done it for 2 years now, so there's nothing that's gonna say in his third year that's gonna do it. So, very disappointing from Ali.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's give him a rating. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's 0.
0. Okay.
And yeah, I'm just going to agree. I think it's as simple as that. Not one positive in just the pile of shit. That's all today was. So yeah, I'm very comfortable giving all a 0. I'm very comfortable just to move on to that was shocking. He needs to do better.
Yeah, and I think I have to end it off like this because this is what it is.
End it off how it started.
End it off how it started. Oh, stabbed myself in the eye. Yeah, my glasses are nicely, but okay. Shocking performance from United. We take on Fulham next. I don't care, to be honest. Whether we win, I don't give a fuck.
To give it meaning. To give it meaning, if we win that game, we're second. I guess that's something to look forward to.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know what team we pick, but
yeah.
at least it's a few more days. We don't have to do a preview tomorrow, I think so. It's a few days, at least a day. I'll take a day.
We're playing this weekend.
Yeah, we're not playing this weekend. What's today?
We're playing like Monday or something.
Friday, Saturday.
Maybe Sunday.
So the preview Sunday, yeah. So we'll do the preview on Sunday. I don't really think there's anything to play for. And United, please, I'm begging, please don't let me lose the Europa League final. Please, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Look what you did to me now. What do you want me to do if we lose the Europa League final? You must be mad if you lose the Europa League final. Because if we do, oh god, we bottled everything we worked for this season. We choked it because Sancho will go to Liverpool. We're not going to get no one other than that. But I'll end it on a positive. I will end it on a positive. Shout out to everyone who went to the protest today. The message remains the same. Glazers out. Not a penny more. Don't buy the kits. They need to do something to please us. They need to do something to get us the fans back on their side. So we're gonna hope that they, for once in their life, pull money out of their ass and get us Jadon Sancho, Declan Rice, Varane, because clearly Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs a Galactico team.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna end it off on that. That was the positive. Really, is the protest. Other than that, it was quite shit. We never want it to happen again in my life.
No.
I'm ashamed. I'm disgusted. I'm not proud. At least I get a detox from you guys. But yeah, if you are new, do subscribe, do smash a like, and we will check you all on Sunday morning probably. Yeah, check you all then.